You won't believe what happened when an 8-year-old girl stood up in a crowded town hall and asked Donald Trump a question no one saw coming. The entire room fell silent. Even Trump, known for his quick comebacks and strong presence, was at a loss for words. What followed next stunned the audience, changed the atmosphere of the entire event, and left a lasting impact that people would talk about for years to come. But to truly understand what happened that night, let's start from the beginning. The town hall was held in Shreveport, Louisiana, in a large convention center packed with people. It was a highly anticipated event. Hundreds of supporters, skeptics, and even some protesters had gathered to hear Trump speak. Cameras from major news channels lined the back of the room, capturing every moment. Reporters were ready, waiting for anything that might become a headline. The atmosphere was electric. As Trump walked onto the stage, the crowd erupted into cheers and applause. He waved confidently, taking his place at the podium, prepared to address the issues on everyone's minds: economy, immigration, national security. His speeches were always full of energy, passion, and bold promises. And that night was no different. The town hall began as expected. People asked questions about taxes, jobs, healthcare, and international relations. Some questions were tough, and Trump handled them with his usual confidence. But then something unexpected happened. Amidst the sea of adults, one tiny hand shot up. It belonged to an 8-year-old girl named Lily Andrews. She sat in the front row, her golden curls tied into a ponytail, her small hands gripping an old, slightly worn-out Bible. Lily had come with her father, James, a devoted Trump supporter. But Lily wasn't interested in politics. She didn't understand the debates or policies. What she did understand, however, was faith, something her grandmother had taught her before passing away the year before. That Bible she held? It had once belonged to her grandmother, and Lily carried it everywhere. A microphone was passed to her. The crowd chuckled softly. Many assumed she would ask something innocent, maybe about ice cream flavors or Trump's favorite superhero. But when she finally spoke, her question shook the entire room. "Mr. Trump, what does God mean to you?" The laughter stopped. The room fell into a deep silence. Even the reporters, who had been whispering amongst themselves, froze. Trump, who was known for his quick responses, paused. He blinked, looking at the small child before him. This was not a political question. This was something personal, something deep. For a few moments, he said nothing. He simply stared at Lily and the Bible she clutched. The air was thick with anticipation. The silence stretched. People shifted in their seats. Some leaned forward. Others exchanged glances, waiting. Donald Trump, was speechless, and then finally he spoke. "That's a beautiful question," he said, his usual loud and powerful tone softening. "And I'll tell you, God means everything to me." The room remained silent, hanging on his every word. "When I was young, my mother used to read the Bible to me every night. She was an incredibly strong woman, and she believed in faith above all else. She always told me, no matter how powerful or successful you become, without God, you have nothing." And she was right. Lily's eyes remained locked onto his. The crowd was still as he continued. "I've had my struggles. I've faced attacks, betrayals, hardships. People don't see that side of me. They see the businessman, the president, the strong figure. But behind all of that, there have been moments where I questioned everything. And every time I did, I turned to God, and He never let me down." The room was still completely silent. Even the reporters, usually quick to jot down headlines, seemed mesmerized. Then Trump turned directly to Lily. "You're very brave for asking that question, and I think your grandmother would be very proud of you." That was when it happened. A murmur ran through the crowd. Some wiped their eyes. Others, who had been skeptics or critics, looked genuinely moved. Then a single person started clapping. Another joined, and within seconds the entire room erupted into applause. People stood up, cheering, clapping, some were even crying. It wasn't about politics anymore. It wasn't about policies, debates, or elections. It was about something bigger, something that united everyone in that room, no matter their background, and at the center of it all, an 8-year-old girl. After the town hall, something amazing happened. Lily and her father were approached by Trump's team. They wanted to personally thank her for asking such a meaningful question. She was invited backstage, where she met Trump face to face. He signed her grandmother's Bible, not with a political slogan, not with a campaign message, but with a simple note: "Never lose your faith. Love, Donald Trump." Her father, James, was overwhelmed with emotion. "I never expected this. I knew bringing Lily here would be special, but I had no idea it would be life-changing." The next day, Lily's question made national headlines. News outlets, social media, and even political commentators couldn't stop talking about the little girl who left Trump speechless. Her words reminded millions of something we often forget in the chaos of life. Faith is powerful. Lily's story didn't end there. Her father later revealed that after that night, Lily became more involved in her church. Inspired by Trump's words and her own courage, she started writing letters to hospitals, praying for sick children, and even giving small speeches at her school about faith and kindness. Her question, a simple, innocent question, had changed the course of her life. And maybe, just maybe, it had touched the heart of a former president too. So the next time someone tells you that one voice doesn't matter, remember Lily, because sometimes the smallest voices make the biggest impact.